social rank is not earned, it is stolen. You believe your position in the world depends on your hard work. You believe it depends on your merit. You are wrong. High status is a resource. It is limited. For you to rise, someone else must fall. Most of you are falling every single day. You are falling because of hidden behaviors. You do not see them. Others do. They see them and they use them to move you down the ladder. You are leaking power. You do it when you change your voice to sound friendly. You do it when you edit your truth to avoid conflict. You stay silent when you should speak because you want to be liked. This is not kindness. This is a survival mechanism for the weak. You are trading your status for safety. You are a pawn trying to look like a person. Everything you were taught about being a good person is a lie. Politeness is a leash. Empathy is a blindfold. Self-improvement is a scam designed to keep you busy while others take what is yours. Society tells you to be nice so that you are easier to manage. They want you to be predictable. They want you to be a servant who smiles. This knowledge is a weight. Once you understand these mechanisms, you can never go back to being a victim. You will see the strings on everyone around you. Most of you will fail to use this. You will feel too much guilt. You will feel too much fear. That is fine. The world needs servants. This is for the others. Do not subscribe. Do not comment. Just listen. The first collapse, the leak of explanation. Most people talk because they are afraid of silence. You explain yourself because you are afraid of being misunderstood. This is a fatal error. When you explain your actions, you are asking for permission. You are telling the world that they are the judge and you are the prisoner. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this. He knew that a prince who speaks too much reveals his limits. When you give a reason for what you do, you hand over a weapon. You give others a way to argue with you. You give them a way to change your mind. Power does not explain. Power simply exists. Think of a castle. A castle with high walls is strong. If the king opens the gates to show everyone how the castle works, the castle falls. Your reasons are the gates. Every time you say, "I did this because," you are opening the gates. You are inviting the enemy to see your weaknesses. You are showing them where the walls are thin. You think you need to fix your communication skills. You think you need to be more clear. This is the reformer trap. You believe that if people just understood you, they would respect you. The opposite is true. Familiarity breeds contempt. The more they know about your thoughts, the less they fear you. You are not unfinished. You are simply too visible. The mechanism here is the void. Silence creates a vacuum. When you do not explain, people become uncomfortable. They fill the silence with their own insecurities. They start to wonder what you know that they do not. They start to project power onto you because you are not giving them anything else to look at. Silence is a wall. Speech is a leak. Consider two people who are late to a meeting. The first person walks in and starts talking. They apologize. They explain the traffic. They explain the alarm clock. They look at the faces of the others to see if they are forgiven. This person has just knelt before the group. The second person walks in. They sit down. They say nothing. They begin their work. The room feels the weight of their arrival. The first person is a child asking for a pass. The second person is a sovereign who owns his time. Words are the currency of the poor. The secant collapes, the mirror of receptivity. You are a puppet. Every time someone makes you angry, they are pulling a string. Every time someone makes you laugh, they are pulling a string. If you react to the world owns you. Most people spend their entire lives twitching because someone else moved. This is the mark of a low-status animal. The Stoics taught that the mind should be like a rock in a storm. The waves hit the rock, but the rock does not move. Marcus Aurelius did not seek to be loved. He sought to be unshakable. When you react to an insult, you admit that the insult has power over you. You admit that the other person's opinion is more important than your own reality. Imagine a predator in the tall grass. The predator does not bark. It does not growl. It does not twitch when a bird flies by. It is still. It only moves when it chooses to strike. The prey is the one that reacts. The prey ears twitch. The prey runs at the slightest sound. Reactivity is the vibration of the hunted. You believe you need to stand up for yourself. You believe that if someone disrespects you, you must show them they are wrong. This is your insecurity talking. It is a liability. When you fight back against a small person, you become a small person. You are entering their mud. You are showing the world that you can be reached. The mechanism is emotional removal. When you remove your emotions from a situation, you gain leverage. If you do not care, you cannot be manipulated. If you do not react, you cannot be predicted. Control is not about stopping the wind. It is about being the mountain that the wind cannot move. Most of you will fail here. You enjoy your anger. You enjoy your outrage. It makes you feel alive. But it also makes you a tool. Picture a social gathering. Someone makes a joke at your expense. The weak man gets red in the face. He tries to make a joke back. He looks around to see if people are laughing. He has lost. He has shown everyone that his skin is thin. The sovereign man does not smile. He does not frown. He looks at the joker with a cold, blank stare for 3 seconds. Then he turns to someone else and continues a different conversation. The joke dies in the air. The joker feels small. The power has shifted without a single word being fired. He who reacts is a servant. The third collapse, the proximity crut. You are afraid to be alone. You seek the group because you think there is safety in numbers. You want to be part of the inner circle. You want to be one of the boys or part of the team. This hunger for belonging is a scent. Others can smell it on you. It smells like desperation. It collapses your rank instantly. Sun Tzu wrote that the greatest warriors win without fighting. They do this by being positioned correctly. When you try to get close to powerful people, you are positioning yourself as a subordinate. You are showing that you need their light to be seen. You are a moon trying to be near a sun. Think of a starving dog. The dog follows the man with the food. The dog wags its tail. It whimpers. It stays close to the man's heels. The man might give the dog a scrap, but he will never respect the dog. He knows the dog is only there because it is hungry. You are the dog when you try to be close to status. You are begging for scraps of relevance. You think you are networking. You think you are building relationships. This is a lie you tell yourself to hide your fear of being invisible. You believe that proximity to power is the same as having power. It is not. Proximity without independence is just a different kind of slavery. The mechanism is strategic absence. Value is created by scarcity. If you are always there, you are common. If you are always available, you are cheap. When you withdraw, you create a mystery. When you are not in the room, people have to talk about you to understand where you went. Your absence has more power than your presence ever could. This is where weak people stop listening. They cannot imagine being alone. They think isolation is a failure. In any office or social group, there is always the person who is everywhere. They go to every lunch, they join every chat, they know all the gossip, they are part of the furniture, they have zero rank. Then there is the person who is rarely seen. They do their work, they leave, they do not share their weekend plans. When they do speak, the room goes quiet. People wonder what they do in the shadows. They are the ghost. You cannot trap a ghost. You cannot trap a ghost. You cannot demote a ghost. Desire for the tribe is the death of the individual. The crowd is a parasite. It feeds on your uniqueness until you are just like them. You believe you are finding a home. You are actually finding a grave. When you are part of a group, you must compromise. You must soften your edges to fit in. This is how you are neutralized. A sharp blade is dangerous. A blade that has been rounded to fit in a box is a toy. The mechanism is strategic absence. Value is created by scarcity. If you are always there, you are common. If you are always available, you are cheap. When you withdraw, you create a mystery. When you are not in the room, people have to talk about you to understand where you went. Your absence has more power than your presence ever could. This is where weak people stop listening. They cannot imagine being alone. They think isolation is a failure. In any office or social group, there is always the person who is everywhere. They go to every lunch. They join every chat. They know all the gossip. They are part of the furniture. They have zero rank. Then there is the person who is rarely seen. They do their work. They leave. They do not share their weekend plans. When they do speak, the room goes quiet. People wonder what they do in the shadows. They are the ghost. You cannot trap a ghost. You cannot demote a ghost. Desire for the tribe is the death of the individual. The fourth collapse, the transparency trap. You believe that being real makes you strong. You share your trauma. You share your fears. You share your secrets to build trust. This is not strength. This is a confession. When you show your heart to the world, you are handing out a map to your own destruction. You are showing everyone exactly where to strike when the time comes. Robert Greene makes this clear. Keep people in the dark. If they do not know what you want, they cannot stop you from getting it. If they do not know what hurts you, they cannot use it to bend you to their will. Honesty is not a virtue in the game of power. It is a strategic error. It is a form of self-sabotage that you call authenticity, to make yourself feel better about your lack of discipline. Think of a general in a war. He does not tell the enemy his plans. He does not tell his own soldiers his doubts. He stays behind a mask of command. A glass house is easy to see into, but it is also easy to break. A stone fortress reveals nothing. It is cold. It is silent. It is safe. Your mind must be a stone fortress. You think you are healing by talking about your past. This is the reformer trap. You believe that by being vulnerable, you will find connection. You are wrong. You are finding pity. Pity is the lowest form of social currency. No one respects what they pity. They look down on it. They move it out of the way. You are not healing. You are leaking information that will be used against you in the future. The mechanism is strategic opacity. This is the art of being seen but not known. You speak in a way that reveals nothing. You answer questions with questions. You never give away your true motives. When people cannot categorize you, they cannot control you. If they cannot find your buttons, they cannot push them. You remain a locked door in a world of open windows. Most of you will fail here. You want to be seen. You want to be understood. This is a biological hunger for validation. It is a weakness. Consider two co-workers at a bar. The first one gets a drink and starts talking about his divorce. He talks about his money problems. He talks about his anxiety. He thinks he is making friends. He is actually becoming a liability. His boss hears this and decides he cannot handle a promotion. The second co-worker listens. He smiles. He says nothing about his own life. He asks about the others. At the end of the night, everyone likes him, but no one knows a single thing about him. He is the one who moves up. He is the one who is trusted with secrets because he keeps his own. To be known is to be conquered. The fifth salapes, the validation loop. You are a beggar. Every time you look for a like, a nod, or a good job, you are holding out a tin cup. You are asking others to tell you that you are worthy. This is a collapse of rank because it puts the power of judgment in someone else's hands. If they can give you your worth, they can also take it away. You are a slave to their opinion. The Stoics knew that the only true judgment comes from within. Epictetus taught that if you seek outside yourself for anything, you have lost your soul. When you do something well and then look around to see who saw it, you have just cancelled out the power of the act. You have turned an achievement into a plea for attention. Imagine a lion killing its prey. The lion does not look at the other animals to see if they are impressed. It does not wait for a round of applause. It eats, it survives. It exists in its own reality. The scavenger is the one that watches the lion. The scavenger waits for the lion to leave so it can take the leftovers. When you seek validation, you are the scavenger. You are feeding on the scraps of other people's attention. You believe you need feedback to improve. This is a lie designed to keep you in a state of permanent submission. If you are always waiting for someone to tell you how you are doing, you will never lead. You will always be a student. You will always be a child. The world does not need more students. It needs people who define the rules. The mechanism is internal validation. This is the removal of the external mirror you perform for an audience of one, yourself. When you stop looking for approval, you become unpredictable. You become dangerous. People cannot use praise to lead you into a trap. They cannot use criticism to slow you down. You become a force of nature that moves according to its own laws. This is where the weak turn away. They need the warmth of the crowd. They need the pat on the back. Look at a meeting where a new idea is presented. The weak man gives his idea and then looks at the boss's face. He watches the eyes. He adjusts his tone based on the boss's frown. He is a weather vane. The sovereign man gives his idea. He looks at no one. He stares at the data. He speaks as if the conclusion is already settled. If the boss disagrees, the sovereign man does not flinch. He provides the evidence and waits. The room feels his certainty. They begin to doubt themselves because he does not doubt himself. He who seeks a witness is a servant. The extra collapsi, the impassibility. You are being used by the suffering of others. You think empathy is a sign of a good heart. It is actually a biological backdoor. Manipulators use their pain to gain access to your resources. They cry so you will carry their weight. They act weak so you will do their work. Your compassion is a leash that they use to pull you down to their level. Machiavelli warned that a prince who tries to be good in a world of people who are not good will come to ruin. If you feel what others feel, you are no longer in control of your own state. You are a ship with no rudder, being tossed around by the emotions of everyone around you. This is a collapse of rank. A leader must be able to make hard choices without being blinded by the tears of the masses. Think of a surgeon. If the surgeon feels the pain of the patient, the surgeon's hand shakes. If the hand shakes, the patient dies. To save the life, the surgeon must be cold. He must see the body as a machine to be fixed, not a person to be pitied. Your life is the surgery. If you are too kind to cut away the rot will kill you. You think you are a good listener. This is the reformer trap. You are actually a dumping ground for other people's emotional waste. They feel better after talking to you, but you feel worse. You have taken their poison into your own system. They have moved up by offloading their stress, and you have moved down by accepting it. This is not friendship. This is a parasitic exchange. The mechanism is detached observation. You see the emotion, but you do not feel it. You study it. When someone is crying, you do not look for a tissue. You look for the cause. You look for what they want from you. You stay behind a glass wall. You are present, but you are not involved. This allows you to see the truth of the situation while everyone else is blinded by the fog of feelings. Most of you will feel guilty for this. You have been trained to be a battery for other people's needs. Compare two friends dealing with a crisis. The first friend cries with the person in trouble. They stay up all night talking. They get tired. They get stressed. Nothing changes. The second friend listens for 5 minutes. He identifies the one move that will solve the problem. He gives the instruction and hangs up. He goes to sleep. The first friend is nice. The second friend is powerful. The person in trouble will eventually resent the first friend because they are both in the mud together. They will respect the second friend because he is the only one who can pull them out. Feelings are the chains of the common. The seventh collapse, the fixation on fairness. You are waiting for a world that does not exist. You think that if you follow the rules, you will be rewarded. You think that if you are fair, others will be fair to you. This is the ultimate delusion of the pawn. Fairness is a concept invented by the weak to protect themselves from the strong. It has no basis in reality. Sun Tzu did not write about fairness. He wrote about winning. The universe is not a courtroom, it is a jungle. In the jungle, the only fair thing is that the faster animal eats the slower one. When you complain about something being unfair, you are signaling to the world that you are a victim. You are announcing that you have no power to change your situation, so you are appealing to a higher authority that is not listening. Imagine a tree in a forest. The tree does not complain that the taller tree is stealing its sunlight. It does not ask for equity. It either grows tall enough to reach the light or it dies in the shade. The sun does not care. The forest does not care. Only the tree cares, and its caring does not change the physics of the world. You think you are standing up for what's right. This is a liability. It makes you predictable. If I know your values, I know how to bait you. If I know what you think is fair, I know how to make you angry. You are a machine with a manual that anyone can read. You are not a sovereign. You are a programmed response. The mechanism is reality acceptance. You stop asking, why is this happening? And start asking, how can I use this? You accept that people will lie. You accept that people will cheat. You accept that the best person does not always win. Instead of crying about it, you adjust your strategy. You move with the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. This gives you a speed advantage over everyone who is still stuck in the "it's not fair" loop. This is the point where the masses stop watching. They want a hero who fights for justice. They want a story where the good guy wins. Look at a promotion that goes to someone who didn't earn it. The weak man complains to his wife. He complains to his co-workers. He works less because he is demotivated. He has just guaranteed that he will never get the promotion. He has collapsed his own rank. The sovereign man watches. He sees what the other person did to get the spot. He sees the hidden levers of power. He realizes the old rules don't work. He discards them and begins to play the new game immediately. He does not feel hurt. He feels informed. Justice is a story told to children to keep them quiet. The eighth, the collapse, the anchor of future chromans. You live in the tomorrow. You tell people what you are going to do. You talk about your big plans. You describe the person you are becoming. This is a massive leak of status. When you talk about the future, you are trying to borrow the respect of an achievement you haven't earned yet. It makes you look small and delusional. Machiavelli noted that people are generally ungrateful and fickle. If you promise them something in the future, they will forget it by the time the sun sets. But if you have something they need now, they are yours. Power is always in the present tense. If you have to talk about what you will do, it is because you are doing nothing now. Think of a ghost ship. It looks like a ship from a distance. It has sails. It has a hull. But when you get close, there is no crew. There is no cargo. It is just an empty shell moving with the current. Your plans are the sails of a ghost ship. They look impressive from far away, but they carry no weight. They provide no value. You believe that speaking it into existence is a real strategy. This is the reformer trap. You are using the dopamine of talking to replace the discipline of doing. You get the same feeling of pride from telling a friend about your business plan as you would from actually making a sale. So, you stop working. You stay in the talking phase forever. You are a king of words and a peasant of actions. The mechanism is silent execution. You do not announce the move. You simply make it. When the result is finished, it speaks for itself. You do not explain the process. You do not share the struggle. You present the final product as if it happened effortlessly. This creates an aura of natural superiority. People assume you are more capable than you are because they didn't see the work. Most of you will fail here. You are lonely. You want people to be excited with you. You want the good luck and the keep going. Compare two people starting a diet. The first person posts on social media. They show their gym shoes. They tell everyone they are starting day one. Everyone cheers. 1 week later, they quit. They look like a fool. The second person says nothing. They just stop eating sugar. 3 months later, they show up 20 pounds lighter. People ask how they did it. The second person shrugs. I just ate less, they say. The power shift is massive. The first person is a clown. The second person is a mystery. A plan revealed is a plan destroyed. The ninth collapse, the deity of gratitude. You are afraid to be the bad guy. You do favors you don't want to do. You say yes when you mean no. You think you are building a social bank account. You are actually building a prison. Every time you accept a favor, you are giving someone else a leash. Every time you do a favor out of obligation, you are admitting that your time is not your own. Robert Greene warns about the free lunch. Nothing is free. Everything has a hidden cost. If someone gives you something for free, they are buying a piece of your loyalty. They are buying the right to ask you for something later. If you are not careful, you will wake up one day and realize you belong to everyone else. Imagine a spider web. The spider does not attack the fly, it just builds a web and waits. The fly walks into the web because it looks like a nice place to land. Once the fly is stuck, the spider takes its time. Your social obligations are the web. Every coffee chat and quick favor is a strand of silk wrapping around your wings. You think you are being helpful. This is a liability. You are training people to use you. You are teaching the world that your boundaries are soft and your time is cheap. High-status people are difficult to reach. They are expensive to hire. They do not do favors because they know that gratitude is a short-lived emotion. Once the person has what they want, they will resent you for the fact that they owe you. The mechanism is transactional polarity. You do not do favors, you make trades. If someone wants your time, they must offer something of equal value. If you give something, you make the terms clear. This removes the guilt and the debt. It keeps the relationship clean and professional. It shows that you respect yourself enough to charge a price. This is where people will call you cold. They will say you have changed. This is a good thing. It means the old tricks are no longer working. Look at the person who always says yes to helping people move. They spend their weekends carrying boxes for friends who never call them otherwise. They are exhausted and resentful. Their rank is 0. Look at the person who says, I don't do manual labor, but I can send you the number of a moving company. They have maintained their boundary. They have kept their weekend. They have signaled that their time is for high-level tasks. People might be annoyed, but they will never ask that person to carry a box again. They will treat that person with a different level of respect. He who is always available is never valued. The person you were 30 minutes ago is dead. You have seen the mechanisms. You have looked under the hood of the world and seen the gears turning. You can no longer pretend that being nice is a strategy. You can no longer pretend that your rank is a matter of luck. You are responsible for every leak. You are responsible for every collapse. Most of the people watching this will close the tab and go back to their lives. They will forget the rules within an hour. They will go back to explaining themselves. They will go back to reacting to insults. They will go back to begging for likes. They are the background noise of history. They are the pawns. You are different. You are still here. You have chosen to see the world as it is, not as you were taught. You have chosen the cold truth over the warm lie. This is the first step towards sovereignty. You are no longer part of the masses. You are a predator in a world of prey. You are a ghost in a world of puppets. This is a contract. By finishing this, you are committing to a life of restraint. You are committing to silence. You are committing to the weight of power. There is no way back. You can never unknow these things. Every time you leak power from now on, you will feel the shame of a sovereign who has chosen to be a slave. If you accept this weight, if you are ready to shed the behaviors that were never yours, you will do one thing. Comment the word sovereign. Sovereign. Nothing else. No explanation, no thanks for the video, no great points, just the word. It is a mark of recognition. It is a signal to those who know. Subscribing to this channel is not a request for content. It is a contract of focus. We do not provide entertainment. We provide the operating system for dominance. The world is waiting to be taken. The gates are open for those who do not ask for permission. Stay silent. Stay dangerous. Sovereignty is the only outcome.